Ladies and gentlemen, we know that in our world right now, we face many other racist cases. Why it could happen? Because as a white country, they feel that they are more superior than others, especially in immigrant people. White people feel like that because we know that they live there first and they feel that they are more dominant over there, so they can do anything as a dominant society over there. But as immigrant people, even at the first they are come and move to at the first country to their country right now, but after they are being a permanent resident over there, they're still afraid of what will happen in the future as for their children. Why it could happen? Because they think that their children will get many disadvantage for the society right now. So they decide to create an ethnic enclave. So that's why I totally propose this motion to create as first immigrant parents, they will choose to live and raise their children in an ethnic enclave. Why? Because they think that they will save their children in this case. So I have 2 points here. For the first is how actually right now the children still face social discrimination. So what is social discrimination? Actually, it can happen because of the white people feel they're more superior, and when they see any other race, especially the immigrant people, they have sense to push it down because they're different and these white people feel dominant about it. Why I can say that? Because what will happen in the society, especially when we see as in a television or even in movie in a white country, we can say that the children as an immigrant children, or take for example is black children, in the school they get many joke, mocking and anything else for our white people itself. In this television portrayal that as black people, they always get an underrate from white people, and they always get an unwanted reaction, especially bad response for their children. While if it is happen in the children, especially they are still children, right? So if they face this many things, especially bullying or mocking or anything else, it will create a mental breakdown for the children. Why I say this is create a mental breakdown for them? Why? Because at first they will assign it to face other people because they are afraid they get many mocking and anything else, they feel unappreciated and other things. That's why in this case they are afraid to go to school, they are afraid to deliver their argument or even other idea in the school. Even they get many many idea, many opinion about that in the school, because they will get any judgment for their friends, especially white people, as you are smart and anything else, with an mocking face and anything else. This case is just create a mental illness for the children itself. On the other thing, they will think and ask their parents, so why do they have to be born in immigrant family? Why they have to be minority in their place or country right now and anything else? It means that they just cannot accept what they are be right now, or what they are get right now. It means they cannot develop their skill and life more, and they just stuck in these positions. And in this case, by this proposal, I would like to say that an ethnic enclave can help them, and also push them to do another thing to show that they can be as same as white people or equal with white people, like that. So that's why this it's better for the first immigrant parents to do an enclave or to create an enclave ethnical. So for the second point is about how it can be how the family or this immigrant parents will create want to be struggle in the future and create another impact for the future itself. Why? Because they think that when when amount of people live in the same place, they can create an ethnical enclave, so they can face the same problem in this condition. So they can know that what they can do or what they have to do to fight it for. Why I can say that? Because they know that these small actions in the past will create a big impact for the future itself. Why I can say like this? Because what will happen as like in George Floyd right now, it is about when this case come up, there are a lot of hashtag about Black Lives Matters. It means that there are so many support come up from a white country or even outside of all of the world itself. It means that the support or this this demonstration that happened in what country right now, which there are a lot of people over there, not only black people but white people and other race, even in the pandemic right now. They do that because they believe that as a human right, they have this George Floyd has the same right to do that, and or they have the same right to have a justice from the government itself. That's why as this proposal, I believe that the decision of our generation to make an enclave will create a big impact for the society, especially campaigns of equality that happens in the world right now. That's why I totally propose these motions. This house, as a first generation parents of color in a predominantly white country, would choose to live and raise their children in an ethnic enclave. Thank you.
Basic right and freedom that belong to every person in the world, from birth until death. It applies regardless of where you are from, what you believe, or what and how you choose to live your life. These basic rights are based on shared values like dignity, fairness, independence, awareness, equality, and respect. So I'm, as first generation immigrant, choose to live and raise my children in an ethnic enclave. So let's create a scenario. First is the fact of racism that happened in America. It's a big trials that maybe all people in around the world already about it, because it come up with viral situations and viral video of what happened in that country, and there are so many issues like some support for George Floyd itself. So it is reality that happened nowadays. So these things are give rise to flavor. The first is hard to coexist, discomfort, conscience, hard to crack. Why I could definitely say this, because it is the reality that happened, and we can't deny that these trials become big because of this racism. So that's why we want to avoid. The first is the toll of bullying in occurring among teenagers. So it is massive issues that not only in country that have a different background of ethnic, but it is also happening in the country with one kind of ethnic. So it will be create more massive trials and issue that can happen because of this bullying, especially in racism country. And then like we as an adult, even we as an adult cannot control ourselves how to accept and receive this different kind of background, but also especially the kids. So the second is kids' mentality getting worse psychologically. Why? Because it gives rise to feeling ingratitude or regret their life. So this kind of sense of this kind of feeling, we want this feeling and sense happen for our next generation, because it can influence their development on life to continue this generation of this world. And then the fact kids in England getting bullied and end up killing himself, it is like such worst tragedy that come up and happen in our world because of this different. And then from the cultures, so let's jump up to the culture side itself. The things that support this proposal, the first is different culture. Why? Because make them easier in their life. If we live in an ethnic enclave, it will make our life become easier. Why? It means around 70% of our trials issue lives can be solved because of this same type of background. And then in ethnic enclave itself, there are bilingual learn. The first is from mother tongue. You know, mother tongue is essential for learning as a part of intellectual ability. So it helps the child mental, moral, and emotional development. From the moral first, how to behave. So it helps our child to build this character in moral side because of this mother tongue. So help each other and will create their sense of same type and create of their same life of that different country, but they will feeling same in that ethnic enclave. And then the second is from mental. It helps them to explore and feel confidence on what they want to do without being afraid of the environment. So it means that they will feeling free to explore the things that they think that it is what they want to do, and that thing is what they want to know in our life, in spite of a development of their mental itself. And then the third is from the emotional side. It helps them to control their emotions and help them to solve issue when they face obstacle in their life, but in the way of development. So that's what I told to you, that this mother tongue, because of the moral, mental, and emotional very support from our children in different kind of background who live in ethnic group. So it will help them to survive through this life of the world. And then because of that reason, mother tongue has central role in their education. And then continue for the confidence itself. At school, let's take for example at school, friends with those who same kind. So confidence is at school, just like the fact of children who decide to kill himself in England because of different type of skin. So we try to decrease this thing to happen again. It will make them comfort and not thinking about individual and will not their mentality. And it is so important for their life, and avoid something we want to happen in our generations, and try to higher the awareness of people about this trial nowadays. This is why I'm totally propose this proposal. Thank you.